back to my channel. You're with Janae on Sweet Mahogany. I just want to come to y'all with another relationship topic. So before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. If you have, welcome back. Any newbies out there, hi. Thank you for joining me. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I come with another topic for you guys. So we're going to jump right into this relationship topic. And let's get started. So I want to talk about how sometimes the lack of communication occurs because us women don't always want to feel like we're always in our feelings. Like, y'all know, y'all seen us with the long text messages, and in 2020 we're trying to do better. We're trying to hit y'all with those short messages too, so y'all know, like, we ain't gonna keep giving y'all those long messages so y'all can hit us back with a short message. So I know we always tend to seem like we're in our feelings about something, and that's why I think a lot of us get to either ghosting and just giving our space, giving y'all space and us our space, or sometimes I just feel like we just don't want to bring things to y'all's attention, because once it's said, you can't take that back, and you're definitely going to keep going on with a situation that a person, if you're not articulating yourself well, will may not understand where you're coming from, and just make a big mess. Now, I'm all for a healthy communicating relationship, but I don't always know if the way one communicates is healthy in the sense of how the other one receives it. You know what I'm saying? Like, communicating is one thing, and they always say it's key, but let's be realistic. If you're dealing with men sometimes that don't tap into their feelings because they kind of feel like that's probably feminine and they're more masculine and are always trying to have a shell, it's hard to communicate and know how that person feels when they don't even approach the situation, or they don't even see where you're coming from. Like, you can come with a topic that you've been analyzing over some time with a person, and when you bring it to their attention, they'll be looking like, where'd that come from? How long you been feeling that way? Like, I know it's probably true to nip something in the bud as soon as you see it, like a few times, instead of just holding back and letting it just sit and, you know, lashing out at the wrong time. But I know personally, I just don't like looking like I'm in my feelings all the time about something. But topics that keep occurring over and over, listen, that's when it gets to that point. Like, you're like, do we really have to talk about this topic again? Like, you be thinking you're past it, you be thinking a person got you, but when something occurs again, it's like, nah, they didn't get you. They just had a conversation with you, moved past it, but didn't do anything on either end. Like, you or them didn't really do anything structured wise to be able to. And so we all want to talk about communicating more and more, but what do you really do when you and your partner, or you and somebody you're friends with, if you, anybody out there is on the whole friends with benefits, if y'all are trying to figure out things, because we all need certain things. Like, when they talk about the love languages, those is real. And if you got somebody, significant other, a partner, or somebody that doesn't necessarily tap in to know what yours is, and you vice versa know what theirs is, y'all in a rude awakening of trouble. Like, that's where so many conversations keep coming about of certain things that should have been dealt with. And don't even begin to think about how the burden of finances always been an issue. Even with marriages and stuff, that's an issue. But you got your children, you got communicating on how y'all raising a child together or children together. You got, you know, how individuals feel throughout their day about the other person. Like, are they still asking you how your day went? Are they still making sure you're mentally stable and good? Like, ever since I lost my mom, things have been different for me. So I tend to find different ways that I'm looking like, damn, I really got to back away from a situation and, you know, journal or get back to writing poems again, because it's like so much energy goes into wanting to communicate and say that to a person, But it's like, are they going to be receptive? Are you going to be analyzing the situation and be able to articulate yourself in a good manner so that they get things, get what you're saying across? Like, so sometimes you just want to keep things bottled in, or you just want to journal what you want to say, just so that you don't have to deal with how that person might receive what you're trying to say. But it's just like, what do you do? And that's for me, and that's for people out there that might be going through this situation. And of course, you can definitely comment below if you want to say more to what I'm saying. But it's like, what do you do when you want to communicate, but you just don't want to come across like you're always in your feelings or always nagging about something? Because let's be real, y'all. Our black men go through a lot, especially nowadays with everything that's been going on. I don't have to speak on it because we all see it. And I just want to basically say, this is off topic, but Black Lives Matter is not a movement. It's our lifestyle, like LeBron James said. When he said that, that hit me so hard. It's like everybody wants to come across like it's a movement, and then you got the others, which are, you know, on social media, the white people that come at us and stuff about certain things, like all lives matter and all these things. And it's just like, yeah, I get that, but this is not no movement. This is what we wake up to every day. So me knowing that that's what they're going through all the time, it's like, you don't want them to have to come back to you as their friend, or you as their girlfriend, or you as their woman, or you as their wife, nagging about something that really could wait. It's not as important as what they're going through. Not to say that your feelings are not important, like, sis, I'm not saying that at all, but it's like, we definitely got to pick and choose our battles, because, you know, some things of how we feel is so personal. It's not about the actual relationship itself. And the reason why I'm coming to y'all today about this topic is because I found myself going back and forth if I wanted to keep on holding something in that I wanted to say to an individual. And I told myself, I was like, sis, what's the point of saying anything about it if it's going to occur again? Or just for the simple fact, like I said, it's not as important, because it's more so on you and what you're wanting to extract from a person. If they can't get that to you, then sis, you got to find other ways to get what you're trying to get. I'm not necessarily from another man, like, you know, situation. I'm saying just in general, like finding happiness from other areas, not needing it from another source, like an individual. So, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I wanted to tell y'all, you know, just how I feel about lack of communication. I mean, we could talk about ghosting a little bit more in another topic for another day, but it's just like that communication line, when they say that's key, it is key, but you really do have to pick and choose your battles, because, you know, there's so much going on today in society that you really can't just be putting things out on a silver platter like that and not realizing that a person only can be their best self. They can only give you what they can give you. I mean, if somebody really cares for you, they're going to be trying to analyze you more, and they're going to be able to tap into knowing what triggers you or what things you need a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But I think, like, for me personally, men that come in my life really don't stand a chance sometimes, because I'm, like, a little bit more emotional, a little bit more extra. Not to say that I'm not stable to be in a relationship, to talk with somebody because of my mother's passing, but, you know, certain things, like, for example, like being held a little longer, being talked to in a way that lets me know that you care, that I'm in your cipher, I'm in your world, is the certain things that, you know, comes along with me right now. And I think over time, you know, because mourning and dealing with loss, you know, you got to just deal with it day by day. And I think that somebody that dealt with loss too maybe might understand what you're going through a little bit more and can help you a little bit more than there's somebody that's just like, oh, I'm going to give you your space. You need that time. But it's like, yes, I need space, but you need to know that I need a little extra care at the same time sometimes. So I didn't want to personalize this. I definitely want to come on here and just talk about how can you communicate with somebody when your love languages might not be known, when you don't know what you're going to say is going to come across to them the right way. So let's just have this conversation. So comment below, tell me what y'all think on this. And I love that y'all are joining into this discussion with me, and I love that y'all are viewing this video, and I appreciate it. Y'all with Sweet Mahogany with Janae, of course. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and until next time with another relationship conversation, peace and love always. Bye, you guys.